What's cooking, everybody? It's your boy Breeze.
And Taylor here.
And we're here for part 2 of the Henny Taylor studio vibes, right? So as y'all know from the previous episode, you know what's going on. For the new people, our Henny Taylor studio event that we do in collaboration with the WOPA Group. It's an event for artists, you know, upcoming artists around the city and whatnot. We're taking the best artists out there and we're bringing them to the podcast for our new series called the Henny Taylor Studio Vibes. But anyways, to get right into things, right now we got 2 of our pioneers, our original pioneers to this event. I'm gonna let them go ahead and introduce themselves.
What's going on, y'all? It's a kid, Tone Bunco, the best kept secret, confidential lifestyle, all that shit, man. I'm here with the Gazas. Feel me, about to get it right, man. Shit.
Bow, you already know it's Maxx Rilla, most underrated rapper. Be here.
Most underrated.
I like that. So similar to how we did with the first episode, right? So first episode, it started off with basically a continued conversation we had in the actual studio, right? So we're doing similar here, right? So me and Max, we had a conversation the other night, and we were talking about like just like how when rappers get money and power, it starts to get to their head in terms of like what, especially like, you know, with street rappers, like how they still can't leave that shit alone, right? We were talking about how Ja Morant in the situation that he's in right now, and then we started talking about other people like Suge Knight, Chef G, and stuff like that. So just to go back to like, you know, what you said, Max, like, you know, how you feel on all that when with rappers getting money and still doing what they was doing before?
Yeah, it's just like when you get money, it's like it mess with your mindset. Some people don't have the mindset to have money, have fame, because they still kids. They still got little mindset, like kid mindsets and stuff. So basically, I messed up.
No, you're good.
No, you're good.
Yeah, basically, yeah. They follow the trend. You got athletes like such and such Ja Morant following rappers, but he got kids following him, so it's like a chain effect, you know? So it's like basically everybody just gotta be mindful of how they carry their fame, basically, and how they use their power. Most definitely.
Oh, what's the question? One more time.
Mike.
What was it?
So it was basically, well, no, I'm saying you got like move.
No, I know.
Oh yeah. Now, but I was saying, basically, me and Max were talking about how like when artists get their deals and whatnot, they get the big bag, especially the artists that's in the streets and shit. You know, they kind of take advantage of that, where it's like now they using that money to like really like up what they was doing before, rather than try to get away from that shit and, you know, just live the lavish life somewhere else. You know, like they still want to be in whatever block they was from. You know, still thugging, doing all that shit. Like, what you think about that?
I mean, I don't really got too much to say on it, because if you know type of shit. Like if you like was living a certain lifestyle, it's hard to like maneuver to like, you know what I'm saying? Because it be like that sometimes. It's just like it's built in you. Like, you feel me? You was raised around it. So, you feel me? But I don't got too much to say on it. I kind of like, I understand to a certain degree, like shit, you feel me? Like it's just, that's the way it is sometimes. But I feel like at the same time, a nigga like me, I got common sense. So it's like, you feel me? You just gotta know how to move. You know what I'm saying? That's really it. So.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's a if you know situation. But I feel like I'm calling Shannon. Well, not technically calling him, but Shannon Sharp said the other day, you know, with the Ja Morant situation, it's like, yo, you look at these guys. You see Snoop Dogg, you see Ice Cube, you see all these like old head rappers that, you know, really have staying to their name like to this day. You don't see them doing none of this stuff. You don't see them like, you know, and none of that stuff. It's like they off in Hollywood living their best life and stuff like that. But because it's like the fact that they still get that type of respect and they not doing anything like that. It's like you would think these new rappers and whatnot, when they get into these situations, they would be like, damn, you know, I could be like that too.
Right.
But you know why? It's because social media took over the world so much as of the last two decades. It's like everybody wants to live a whole nother life for everybody else. Everybody want to put their life on display for social media. So people like the older heads like Snoop Dogg and the OGs back in the day, they got it from the money. There wasn't no social media. You had to get your name out in the streets by putting in paint. They got to just post firearms and do all this drugs shit on Instagram, and they like that. That's why the old heads get more respect, because they got it from nothing. They came up from nothing, and they really work for what they got. And you feel me? They really like that. You feel me? Yeah, not saying like people now not like that, but you know, people that's like that not gonna show it too much on Instagram. Not gonna have the word, not gonna put it on display.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead. Oh,
you,
it might.
you also have a lot of people.
What you got
that-
talking to?
Oh my god.
Just talk into it. Talk into it.
All right. You also have a lot of people who were never born into that life, but because it's so glorified, they try to become something that they're not because it's cool. And then going back to the old heads, did y'all see Straight Outta Compton?
Yeah.
So remember when Ice Cube was like, I'm not glorifying anything. I'm telling you what I see when I look out my window every day. This is what I
Yeah.
see. So I'm telling you
That's
my
the part
life.
when he was like, yeah, eat a dick, chat or whatever his name was.
Yeah, he was like, this is not no fairy tale. This is my life. This is what I go through every single day. Versus now, people want to be like that. And like, I work with kids. I tell them all the time, you don't got to be something you're not. People going to respect you for who you are. Like, don't try to be no gangbanger. If your mother raised you to be a straight A student, go to school, get them grades, and do that. But social media definitely does play a big part in that because everybody wants to be a gangster, but you
And it's crazy because it's a lot of gangsters that's smart as hell in school.
Yeah.
Like, they getting straight A's and shit. They just, doing what they do and shit
But
like that.
one thing I could say about that, like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm from Brownsville, so I ain't gonna lie. I kind of understand how that go because you could be the smartest dude in the world, but if it ain't going the way you needed to go at that, it just depends on the circumstances. It's people that's my age or younger than me that's still in high school that can't eat every night. Who eating, you feel me, gotta eat noodles, don't got no microwave, gotta heat it up in the stove. I mean, heat it up with hot water, you feel me? So I gotta get this bag, you feel me? And they fast money, it's hard to turn down fast money, especially when you do what you do, you make what you make, you feel me? And it's good. So I kind of understand you could be smart, but at the same time, if the money ain't right, you gotta do what you gotta do.
No, of course. And you even said too with social media. I didn't even think about it from a social media standpoint. Because it's true, I feel like a lot of people be crashing out just for like a quick video
Just
of
for some clout.
them doing whatever. Like, it's like, bro. And then that's the thing too, it's like they always want to say somebody snitching. It's like, bro, you the one that's snitching, bro. Like, you feel me? Yeah. So going off of like our previous conversation with the first group, so you guys are like really like the pioneers to this stuff. The five of y'all. I'll throw Remy in there too. I don't know where he been, but yo, Remy, if you see this, you feel me, reach out, you feel me, because we definitely want to get you into it as well. But the six of y'all, I should say, I really like the pioneers to this stuff. So it's like, what would you say about like the event that y'all like and dislike, if there was anything?
I'm not gonna lie, that was a good idea. That was just that whole thing was a good idea. Like when I first came, I didn't even know what to expect. I just know Switch was like, yo, we got this coming up, little studio vibes. Pull up. I pulled up. It was fun. I played my music. People start jacking me. That's when I met you. I ain't gonna lie, everything was positive from there. I started getting my first interview. I had my first performance, first podcast. So it's like, I really don't got nothing negative to say. This was a good idea, and I'm glad I came. It's like one of the best decisions I made in a long time. Because now I feel like I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer. I'm getting invited to stuff now. Like I'm getting called for features now. Like so.
Yeah, because you was even telling me too how like you was already doing recruiting yourself in terms of bringing people to the event.
I ain't gonna lie, I never got nobody to pull up. They all baited on me, but
still, it's just the fact that you really, got that courage to go out and be like, yo, pull up to this.
Because it's real talent everywhere. But one
some
thing
people would tuck it
with this rapping shit, like it's talent, but they don't want to put in the work. And I had to realize that you could rap all you want, but you gotta put in the work. You gotta spend the money. You gotta put that time in the studio. People want to smoke weed, they want to fuck bitches, they want to do all this. There's always something else they want to do to find an excuse to stay out the studio. Me, anytime I could get in that studio, I'm in there.
Locked in.
Anything related to music, that's my first priority, and I'm gonna stick to that. That's why I'm getting closer because I work hard for everything I did. I keep working.
So, were you saying something about it first?
No,
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean,
Ella said her 2 cents at the
I'll say it again.
last episode.
I'll say it again.
go ahead.
It needs to be on the weekend. I work
Oh, you talking about?
the event. It needs to be on the
Okay.
weekend. I'm a teacher.
Nah,
so
I get it.
yesterday at work, I took a nap.
Taylor said she gonna cook at the next event too.
Yeah, and more food. I'll cook. Got my oxtail, curry, whatever. I'll cook.
Rome coming in with Tupperware.
What I was about to say though, when it comes down to the whole Henny teleport, like that whole thing itself, like I feel like it's just like it's genius. At the same time, like when I first came in there, you feel me? I felt the energy off rip, but I wasn't on some like I didn't see the vision right away. Like you feel me? Now that we here after 4 times being there, like I see the vision. I'm talking to Breezes. I'm seeing like these niggas is smart. Like you feel me? Like they masterminds behind this shit. And I'm just like, this shit gonna work right now. We in like the beginning stages. Like this shit is gonna build up to something like niggas don't even like it's gonna be bigger than what y'all looking at right now. Like you feel me? Niggas probably look at it like, man. But this shit is really like it's bigger than, you know what I'm saying? When you look at something and you overlook it type shit, like that's how I'm seeing it right now. I feel like
grow right in front of you.
yeah,
How many studio?
but
How many spots you know you could go to, play your music, perform,
That's what I'm
drink,
saying.
and eat for free?
And not even that. The main thing what I'm
Once a
saying
month.
is networking, bro. Like that's the main thing that I saw from him. My son Chunky, you feel me? It's like my right hand man. It's like at
I'm surprised
first
he didn't pull up.
he was supposed to. I don't want to speak on what you know what I'm saying, but he was supposed to be here probably for the next one, or whatever. But at the same time, my son, he was telling me because like I feel like I was on some like I don't know. Like the first time I went, I wasn't really eager to go back, but he was like, "Yo, bro, like this shit is like it's deeper than what you're looking at. It's like it's really some networking and just like you know what I'm saying. Like it's deeper than that. So I fuck with the whole thing in general. So it's just I hope this shit just keeps going. All that negativity shit can stay home. Whoever want to slide to that shit, don't bring no negativity right now. I'm telling you, this shit is all great vibes, food, whatever. Just you know what I'm saying. So that's pretty much it. Just the networking and everything. I love it. And I feel like it's gonna be something bigger than what it is right now. So.
Yeah, one thing I say I definitely give y'all credit for, especially Max, is like, you know, in some situations like that, it's like, you know, when everybody got their clicks and stuff like that, it's like, it just stays in the house. You feel me? With this event, everybody showed love to everybody. I remember Max came over my shoulder. He's like, yo, bro, what's her name? Chi-Chi, right? The girl? He was like, yo, she's nice. You gotta get her on. Like, cause remember we was talking about like who we wanted to like bring for the like, you know, the first few takes of this episode and whatnot. And he was saying, yo, that Chi-Chi girl got it. And it's like, you know, some people, not saying like some like people in the group, I'm saying like, let's just say it was some other event. There's gonna be people that's gonna be like, nah, fuck it. We just stay in the house. Like, you know, we started this shit. It's just gonna be us. You feel me? So I thought that was love that, you know, Max even said, yo, like, you feel me? She's fire. Her music's fire and stuff like that.
Let me say one last thing though, because I feel like at the same time, niggas probably know what Henny Taylor Poet is, but like it's deeper than just artists coming in. Like I'm talking about like whatever you an entrepreneur, like it's Panama. I'm saying his freaking Instagram name Panama. You feel me? Braces, like it's not on some just like one thing. Like whatever you doing, you slide, you promote yourself. And that's how you grow, bro. Like that's what the generation that we in right like nowadays. Like a lot of people expect to post something one time, expect to blow up. And I had that mindset. Like you feel me? I feel like I post one thing and I expect that shit to blow up. It don't work like that. You really have to like move as a business. Like this whole shit, everything, like this industry, whatever, for me, it's a business. So you can't just post one time, you know what I'm saying? This whole shit, you feel me? I'm just saying, like, I love the whole shit, but at the same time, just know if you do pull up to Henny Teleport, just know that it's, you feel me, entrepreneur vibes. Just make sure you bring your shit and be confident. That's it.
Yeah, and going off what you said about being a business too, is just like, you know, going to one of our previous episodes, Taylor, remember when it was just us three, me or Mike? Mike was saying like, you know, a big part of like why me as well, like I agreed with him. He loved the Wu-Tang shows because everybody knew how to play their part in terms of forming a team and growing and knowing how to like, you know, structure and build something together, right? And I feel like that's kind of some of what you're saying. Everybody got their part, you know, whether it's actually you even said it to me in person that one time, when we was freestyling in the street and whatnot.
Facts.
You said like, yo, you told me, you like, yo, you a smart guy, like, you know what you're doing, you
Bro,
have
Brees
your part.
is a genius, bro. I promise you.
That's a
like
fact.
niggas looking at this shit now, but 10 years later, niggas gonna see it. Like a lot of niggas don't move like this. Like, and that's the
appreciate
problem. That's why New York is the way it is now. A lot of niggas is moving on some sucker shit. A lot of niggas is too cool to do this and that. Nigga, that's not like that shit whack. That's why Atlanta and certain, you know what I'm saying, other states, they moving as a unit. They moving, they looking better than us. You know why? Because we not moving as one. So it's just
Everybody wanna
like
beef
when you
with
see
each other
shit like
and all
Breeses
that.
and what? Yeah, for real. I'm just saying, like all around, like, feel me?
Yeah, because I was gonna say, like, I didn't say it in the moment, but it's like, it's stuck in my head because I was like, damn, I wish I told you in person too. Even though you were saying, you know, I do my part and whatnot, it's just as much as it started with me, it started with y'all as well. Every guy got to do their part. If there's no artist pulling up, what's the point of the event? Right? If there's no, you know, people, like in my case, there's no people with the camera. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a cameraman, but still, if there's no cameraman there, what's the point? Like, what we really doing the content? I mean, we could still do it without content. Don't get me wrong, but still, it's like in terms of promoting it and trying to get more people to come through.
Exactly.
How we gonna convince them if we're not showing any proof or nothing or whatnot? You know, Taylor coming in on the entertainment side and the media side. You know, doing interviews with me on the side with all these artists and whatnot. The first 2 go-arounds, after a while, you know, I got tired of it, but still, like, you know, the first 2 times we did it, if y'all ain't see the studio vlogs that come out, me and Taylor was, you know, talking to people and whatnot, you know, interviewing people and whatnot. You know, Rome Welly fan bringing producers in to come, you know, throw some beats. You know, I knew producers, they came threw on some beats. Just like everybody played their part in some way, you know, solo on the camera, you know, making sure, I know y'all complain about the food, but still making sure there actually is food and whatnot.
I never ate the
you
food
know?
yet. Not yet.
You know,
I ain't
Panama
gonna
just for
lie,
organizing
I had like
it.
12 pieces of wings. I ain't gonna lie, I was wilding.
Starving.
Nah, me and Max was fucking up wings up. I ain't gonna hold
Heard?
you.
I was
Yeah,
most definitely.
I showed up
You
early
was
this
mad
time. I was
early.
like,
I
yo,
ate
I was
like
like, wait,
slow.
there's really food left? I was like, oh shit. Me and
I ate
Max
the
was
lemon
going back
peppers and the
forth, bro.
teriyaki.
Them lemon pepper
Show you.
wings?
Yo, I hate
Oh
lemon
my
pepper too,
God.
but them shits was
Those
good.
good.
I hate lemon pepper, but that shit was good,
they
bro. I ain't gonna lie.
was
It was good.
What?
Yeah, I don't like lemon pepper at all.
He's bugging.
I say, all right, this is decent. But yeah, so it's just like, I mean, I had a lot of topics I wanted to go through. What was that? Oh yeah, here we go. So the thing I like about both of y'all, and not just both of y'all, but everybody there is like, as much as, you know, we play our music and stuff, you know, y'all freestyle a lot. And yeah, both of y'all love to freestyle. Out of everybody there, I feel like it's y'all two that love to, like, I feel like, you know, D-Rose and Trelly, as much as they love to freestyle, we gotta make them do it. Right. Y'all two do it by choice. Like, y'all be like, nah, I'm next. Like, you feel me? Mm-hmm. So it was a question I was thinking about when I woke up this morning, because I see it a lot with artists nowadays where it's like, you know, you got artists who could just freestyle but can't make a song, but then they could make a song but they can't freestyle save their life. But what do you think is more important as an artist? Like, is it more important to be good with the freestyling or, you know, being good at making a song? I feel like it's an obvious question with answer, but, you know, y'all chime in.
I mean,
Taylor, you could chime in too on that.
I would say making a song, but freestyling would be beneficial, obviously, because it will help you. It helps you create more ideas, especially like if you really not cap rapping and you live everything you speaking about. It should come to you. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So I would lean more towards making a song, but there's nothing wrong with not knowing how to freestyle.
No, of course not.
So.
No, I feel like people who can freestyle, they got it. They got it. I'm like, because you could just listen to a beat and just the words just start flowing. I try that shit a couple of times.
I try shit all the time.
I only can freestyle if I'm mad lit, I can freestyle. But if you saying some BS, but I feel like true artists, I feel like if they freestyle, they got it.
But listen, you know the difference between, I don't mean to cut you off. You know the difference between like freestyling and making a song. So boom, you can freestyle. That means you know how to rap. But boom. So that means you gonna do the freestyling type of song. But making a song takes way more than just knowing how to rap. It take you having to build a flow. You gotta know how to like emphasize your words, where to say melodies. Sometimes depending on how you want to make the song, you can freestyle and just spit all these balls all you want. That's how battle rappers come alive. Like, but you want to be an artist. It's the reason why they say artist is art. You know, it's more than, you gotta perfect your craft. It's more than just what you say out, like more than what you write down and freestyle off the top and shit like that. You gotta really, you know.
So I got a question. I feel like so you think if somebody could write a poem, they could be a good rapper?
Of course.
I mean,
I started rapping like that. Me too. I should be poetry.
That was from my brother. My brother does spoken word now, but he's really, really good. I'm like, bro, you could be a rapper.
Yeah, that's all it takes.
I'm like, you could be a rapper because like I was reading, like he wrote me a poem like for my graduation. And I was like, wait, you got some punchlines in here. You got ball. And I said, I'm calling people. I said, we're going to put you in the studio.
I ain't gonna lie, his music will sell because he has a strong support. Just off his clothing line alone, he sells a lot. Like, in terms of just like the support he has. So it's like his music could do numbers because people go share that shit crazy.
This your blood brother?
Yeah, my blood brother.
Yeah. Yeah, so I was going to make a joke though, Taylor. I was going to say, if you over here freestyling, you better drop a freestyle now because Panama got on the mic. Mukri got on the mic, so you feel me? I'll get on the mic with
you. You know what? Mukri said she gonna write me something, so the next one, you might see me perform.
Nah, that don't count. You gotta come up with your own shit.
No. Not me shots I gotta drink. I don't know. I might be overthinking it. I don't know. So freestyle? Pray for me.
So Tone, what you think on that though?
I feel like
Oh, take the mic.
I feel like at the same time, like when it comes down to freestyling, because lately, like I think what Max was saying, like it's facts though. Like if you spin what you actually, like if you live in a certain lifestyle, matter of fact, fuck that. It's just 50-50. Like it don't matter. Like if you freestyling or if you writing something, it don't matter. Like you feel me? But because nowadays, I ain't gonna lie. Like at first, like I used to write heavily. Like I'm talking about, I structure everything so differently. Like one of my closest friends, Shah, one of my closest engineers, he seen how I be right. Like if you go on my notes on my phone, like I don't even. That's what I'll get up to that. All I know is now, like if you look at my phone, everything is structured. Like I write heavily, but now, like you feel me, my life's been taking a certain course. I got a daughter now. You feel me? I had to start working and shit like that. So it's like once I started working, I ain't have time to even write. You get what I'm saying? So recently, it's just been freestyling. I'm literally just going in and just talking what's off the top of my head. And I feel like it kind of is easier because it's like I'm freestyling regardless. We all freestyle when we're about to like write in our phones. You going off the top. Like you just put it in your phone so it don't go nowhere. But I go in the booth. I mean, the last time when we was there, shout out to the
Roman was there.
that was cool, like, cause I was freestyling off of a topic that's not really like for me that I'm living. Sometimes nowadays you gotta make music just to like build not even build but get that
Versatility.
Not even versatility, like the audience. Like sometimes you just gotta just rap about certain
like
shit.
Outsource your
That's what I'm
audience.
saying. But if I freestyle about pain or shit that I'm actually living, that shit it's a breeze. But I don't know. Like I said, it's 50-50. So I don't feel no way if you write or you freestyle. As long as you come and bring that shit. If you really can't freestyle, some niggas can't. You feel me? But that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I mean, you tend to see a lot of like interviewers say that too. They be like, yo, you make like it'll be a drill rap. It'll be like, yo, you making something for the ladies, or it'd be like somebody that rap about fashion or get money. They be like, yo, so you can hop on a drill track, like, or like they always be asking like, oh, you could do something different. So I see what you're trying to say there.
That's it. You just gotta bring that shit when it's time. Like I done seen niggas freestyle sometimes. I just be like, all right now, you need to write some shit down, man. Cause sometimes like you will see a freestyle and it takes time because you gotta punch in. Sometimes you say your first bar, but don't say no bullshit on the next bar. You gotta make sure just you know what I'm saying. So not everybody could do it. That's what.
I mean, for me, I feel like the obvious answer is obviously make a song because that's what's gonna sell anyways.
Right.
But then it's like you got those one hitters like Lil Baby that just Rome favorite song, Lil Baby freestyle. That's just like that one freestyle might just be it to be
the
actual
song Rockstar. Not to cut you off. The song Rockstar that I performed, I freestyle that whole shit, bro. Gangster.
Yeah, I remember
when that shit drops or when niggas hear that shit. That was off the top, gangster. You feel me? But for real, when I performed that shit. For me, I was fake Bob. I feel like one thing, cause I ain't gonna lie, I don't know if we going into that topic, if we could like improvise on certain things that Henny teleport. I feel like the amplify, like the speakers, like I don't feel like I feel like it could be a little bit louder, cause I feel like I was louder than the speaker, like so it kind of threw me off a little bit. But that's just one thing I'm throwing in there. But besides that, feel me? When that shit drop, y'all niggas gonna know.
Okay.
Feel me? Freestyle that whole shit, gangster.
Yeah, because one thing I was gonna say too, just on the subject of like freestyle and whatnot. Like if you think about it too, like we kind of left that. Like I'm somebody who's always been big on bars, like my whole life. So it's like, and it's funny too, because it's like everybody think I listen to drill music and they think drill music got no substance. I listen to the drill music that has substance, like for me to like artists that have the bars and shit like that. But that's besides the point, right? So when we start moving away from that whole like bars mentality, people start making. Like, just, I don't know what you want to call it, like the Lil Uzi Vert music, the Young Thug type of music, the Future type of sound, like, people get, like, even Lil Uzi Vert, right? Get on these shows and be like, I don't freestyle, bro. It's not me. I'm an artist. Like, I do different type of shit. Like, I'm not old head. So, they always go associate with being an old head and shit like that. So I feel like, yeah, like, we are dipping away from that whole, like, freestyle culture. Or like that bars culture, but obviously there's still people that's still hanging around, the Davies, the Benny the Butchers, the Neek Bucks, people like that. But yeah, like I feel like the obvious answer would be make a song, because of course that's how you make your money. You feel me? But then you got guys who, or not even guys, but even girls too, like Young M.A., where it's like it's the freestyles that got them to where they at. Like for me, anytime I hear freestyle, I think Montana 300 from Chirac, because I feel like. you know, he was somebody when he first started freestyling.
Tough. Yeah,
He's tough, right?
It's a fact.
He's tough. He's tough as hell. But it's just like when he came out, he started freestyle. Everybody's like, "Yo, he's up next. He's up next." Or even King Los. I don't know if y'all rock with Los, but like I remember he had the Louis Vuitton gift pack. Like I feel like that shit. Joey Badass 2 was another one. 1999. Like those are just classic mixtapes where it's like it was just straight freestyling. But then it was like, can they make a song though? And now it's like, I mean, Joey could make a song. The other two, I can really say
Montana,
they could make a song.
He had his ones and twos, but he wasn't.
He wasn't a song type of guy, and I feel like that kind of held him back. Like Los, he kept signing deals with Diddy. Like I think he's on his third deal with Diddy. Like you feel me? And it's like it's always a back and forth with them. They beefing and they friends again and all that shit. But it's just like it stems from the fact that bro, like you gotta be able to make music because you can't just live off the freestyle shit. You feel me?
It's a fact.
So. Yeah, that's kind of just how.
What type of freestyle are you talking about though? You talking about as in like real rap, right? Like
yeah.
Jadakiss.
Well, I mean,
type of niggas like.
Yeah, you could say it. But I mean, I feel like that's always what freestyle been. Like people always focus with the bars when it comes to freestyling. And shit. Even if it's not about
freestyle means like it's two different versions. Matter of fact, it's freestyle off the top, then it's freestyle where you don't even have a hook. Like you just spitting. It's not a song. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
I was thinking more like off the top type of thing.
Top?
Yeah, I mean, you know, most people be right. They stuff on that.
Nah, I feel you.
Yeah, because that's the thing too. It's like it makes me think of the Wu-Tang Clan too. Because that Protect Your Neck track, there was like we never heard a song that had no hook, as you were saying. So it's like there was like, what you could do next? You could need a song with a hook. Then of course Cream came out. You feel me? So it's like it's always gonna be about improvising, but it be some artists they be so stuck into the freestyle stuff, they can't make a song. They can't get out of that, and then it's like that's how they fall off. So that's why I was thinking of those guys specifically, because those are guys that, like I said, you know, not just me, but a lot of people when they first came out, like, yo, he's up next, he got mad bars, this, that, third. But then when people want to hear a song, the song was, not to say the song was trash, but it just wasn't it. You feel me? So,
for sure.
Yeah. So another thing I wanted to dive into is like, how y'all feel about like the content creators that's turning into rappers these days?
What you mean? Like YouTubers?
Yeah, like DDG.
I don't even want to talk on one that I'm thinking of.
I mean, I don't really have no type of feeling. I never really thought about it enough. Like, good for him. You feel me? It's like, cause DDG, like people like, if you could rap, go for it, you know? Cause I ain't gonna lie, YouTube probably making him money, but rapping gonna make you another. Feel me? So if you can rap, if you got why not? That's an opportunity that you gotta take, you know?
Cause I feel like some people though, they
But now if you up there
rap,
there, you turned into a whole different person. You went from being DDG to Snoop Dogg or something.
Exactly.
That's different. Because you still gotta remember who you are at the end of the day. And it's like, it's not like you worked a 9 to 5 and your homies know you and you turned into, you was already a content creator. So we already knew you from being something. And now you're a rapper and turning into something else. You can't do that. I ain't gonna lie, you can't do that. Because we gonna see why you do that.
Real quick, because I don't want to sound like a hater. Like to the niggas that's doing it, content creator and start rapping. No, real shit. Cause it's like you got niggas like Kas or whoever, like DDG, Ron Suno, whoever. It don't matter. But I'm not a hater, so I'm
Ron
not
Suno
even
was
gonna
rapping
speak.
first though.
No, I mean, listen. I'm glad that you actually seen. I'm not tapped in there. You feel me? But at the same time, I do feel like if you are a content creator and you start rapping, like at the end of the day, my opinion don't mean shit. I just don't want niggas capping or acting like they was really doing something. That's all I'm saying. You can make them out of whatever music, but just stay true to yourself. That's it.
But don't get me wrong. Like I said, I don't know where he came from, so I can't say like we don't know. If some content creators that probably was in the streets, like I be watching some Chicago niggas that he be doing the story time. Y'all probably don't know. Y'all probably know what I'm talking about. So you feel me? But long story short, yeah, it do be some youth content creators that do be like that and probably would transition to rap. We don't know their background, so I'm like, that's why I said I really don't have no different type of feeling to it. Cause you feel me? I don't know them personally. It's not like I know him personally. I know he not like that. I mean, he just never portrayed himself to be like that with the YouTube. So it's like, don't try to do it with the rapping. You feel me? If that makes sense.
Yeah, it kind of remind me of upper class too. Like people be thinking upper class just rapping to like get up over like, you know, all these drill artists and stuff. But it's like, yo, upper class been rapping.
Right.
You feel me? Or even the basketball players like Damian Lillard. You feel me? He been rapping. Ron Artest, he been rapping. Anthony Edwards, he used to. I mean, he didn't make no track, but I seen videos of him freestyling as a kid and shit like that. So you feel me?
Just like it be NBA, like it be Yeah, I feel what you're saying. There be NBA players that really be in the streets too, like gang related.
No,
and
not
stuff
even
like
not
that. Like,
just on some street shit. Just saying like, you know, just a music tip. Like
Yeah.
certain
Like
people used
Lonzo
to rap,
Ball.
certain people used to sing, stuff like that.
Some niggas used to play ball and started rapping. That's in the hood as we speak. Like I know niggas that was full blown ballers, but switch transition to the rapping. But that don't mean that they was.
I heard something about Miles Bridges. You remember he got suspended from the league?
Oh yeah, Miles Bridges.
Nah,
And
it's crazy
he
because
that pushing rapping now.
Yeah, he's nice. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie.
he's
Like he
nice.
gets, I mean,
Yeah, good
obviously his
songs.
clout gets him views,
Nah,
but
his songs
people,
would be
his songs are
actually
actually worth the views. You know what I mean? Like, cause some people is like, oh, I'm LeBron James, I'm gonna drop a track. Everybody
That's
go
another
flock
thing.
to that. You feel me?
Like that's another thing. I'm gonna piggyback off what you said. Like just how you said, like his clout gave him views. Any publicity is good publicity. So he used the fact like, oh, we ain't never seen no NBA player turn into a rapper right before our very eyes. So let's go tune into that and see how that go. No, I'm talking about like, but he's fully like, you know, because he's not in the league no more.
yeah,
so
true.
now he's really like pushing rapping. So like we ain't never seen nothing like that happen in the full effect before. So that brings more clout to him and popularity to him and more views, you know? So
Yeah.
like any publicity is good publicity. That's
Yeah, 'cause
why.
everybody just used to do like an album. I think Shaq had an album. Ron Artest.
I even heard a song from
Steven
Kobe.
Jackson had a couple tracks.
Kobe laid down the cover.
Oh yeah, Kobe.
I heard KD
You can't
rapping
forget
before.
Kobe. Yeah, nah, but KD actually had a passion for. He always had a passion for music though. It's just like he never did nothing with it. You feel me? It's like he just make a song here and there.
Shaq went platinum.
Shaq.
I don't know if he paid for. I heard he went platinum, but
I was about to get into that. Like you feel me?
I don't know.
That could have been off of clout rather than him actually.
most definitely.
Like Miles Bridges, if he went platinum, I'd be like, yeah, he deserved that. He could rap. You feel me? Yeah.
Shaq
So-
is just a funny rapper.
Yeah, because the same thing could be said with actors too. Like we had an actress on our show earlier, shout out to AK, and she was saying like, you know, there's content creators that, you know, comedians, stuff like that, where it's like they go from that to now they're in a movie or now they're in a commercial and whatnot. And it's like she was saying, you know, it's cool, like, you know, but at the same time too, it's like it do take away because it's a competitive field. It do take away from the people that's actually doing, like you said, Tone, like actually doing this stuff. That's really passionate about it. It's like you might come up here thinking it's a joke. You get a couple million views being funny, and now you think it's a joke like that you actually gonna be doing commercials and shit. When that could have went to somebody like me where I'm actually passionate. I could do the same job as you, if not better, but because you have the name, like, you know, people go push you ahead type shit.
At the end of the day, I'm not a hater. Like whoever want to do whatever, you could do whatever. Like I'll never like stop anybody from doing nothing. So if you want to do double dabble in this and that, do your thing, but just stay true to yourself, man.
Most definitely.
That's it.
Yeah.
Because there's enough space in this rap game for everybody. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Just be real.
Yeah, so it's actually funny too because I missed this point. Going back to our conversation like from the other day. So going back to what we were all saying when it came to like, you know, artists crashing out and stuff like that. Do you feel like the justice system is kind of like unfair where it's like when it comes to these RICO cases and stuff, they intentionally trying to get rid of the rappers first, then everybody else who's actually doing stuff? I mean, I know the rappers do shit too, but like, you see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, it's just like they trying to clear the drill scene up because they don't like how it's turning out. But it's like they trying to make examples out of the drill rappers for some reason because they got the money, they got the fame, and they got the power. So it's like they try to make the example out of them for obviously Chef G. You know,
But not just drill too, because you got Sue Surf. He just got hit with
Susa,
RICO.
YSL.
That's crazy.
No,
I didn't even know
so
that.
that's how
I
they
think
go
he got
about
like
it.
30 on his plea deal.
And if you pay attention to all of those RICO cases, like I said, Chef G, YSL, Young Thug, DOA, K Flock, who's the main people they talking about indicting?
The
Chef
rappers.
G, Young Thug, K Flock. You know what I mean? So
And then it's like the names they tying, they try to paint a picture where it's like the rapper is the leader.
exactly because they got the most fame and money, or so to say. But you know, that's
Yeah, Taylor, what you think on that? We got the artist perspective. What you think about that?
Well, I feel like music should be a safe space.
Okay.
When you're expressing yourself and expressing the things that you go to on a day-to-day basis, I feel like it should be a safe space. However, like, if you know that this is what the justice system is doing, I would personally try to be mindful of the things that I say, just so that I wouldn't have a target on my back. Whether what they're doing is right or wrong, I would just be cautious. Like, yeah, I know they're coming after people for saying certain things. It's like, let me try to, but you know, it's easier said than done. And then it's somebody like me on the outside looking in. But then I think DJ Envy and Charlamagne was talking about it. They was like, you got people who are currently doing these crimes and they talking about it and like incriminating themselves. Like remember Bobby Shmurda and all of them, they got locked up because they was talking about stuff they did. Then it's like at the same time, does that make sense to get on the mic and make a song and talk about the stuff that you do and your case is pending? Or they have an open investigation on you.
True. But you know that's what sells though. So it's like a lot of people.
And that's when
sometimes
it gets
it's on the
tricky.
label too, because it's like they want you to, they be like, no, push this shit, you feel me? And then they getting you in trouble, and then you get in trouble, they like, oh, well, shit, you did it, not me. I ain't tell you to do it.
But you pushing it. Like, technically, yeah, you did make me do it. You're pushing it. You're telling me this is what sells, and this is what you need to do to make us money. So yeah, you did tell me, so you should be liable too.
Now, it's crazy though, going to your point though, I know Tony, you want to say something, but going to your point, the first artist I thought was J. Cole, because it's like, even like the non-hood rappers, it's like all these rappers that still, try, rap that street shit, even if they're not street rappers or that, they still like, point that image out there where it's like you said, I shouldn't have a target on my back. But it's like J. Cole, you don't see that to where it's like all these rappers, you see them security, all that stuff. J. Cole walking down Soho by himself, nothing, like on a bike, or you might be on a bike.
But it's like you create that own image of yourself. Like you walking around with guns and showing guns in your videos. Like, what do you...
And some of these artists never shot a gun before. Never
Right.
never even went to a shooting range.
That goes back to what I said before. Like, people be promoting this image of this like that they don't even live.
Or you stay true to yourself.
Exactly.
That's you benefit from being true to yourself. You perfect your craft, not what nobody else wants you to be. And don't portray yourself to be anybody that you're not.
Because it's like the younger kids, they looking at this, and I always go back to the kids because I teach our kids, and like I got kids talking about, oh, shoot. I'm like, first of all, your mother will beat you. Go sit down and go read a book. Like, you're not like that. You wasn't brought up like that. Stop trying to be something you're not. Because guess what's going to happen? People be like, you want to be like that? They're going to put you in some shit that you can't get out of now. Because you want it to be like that. And I've seen it happen to people, Yeah.
And some people too, it's like, no, I'm sorry, so I keep cutting you off. But some people too, it's like, they tend to look at people in an underestimated way. They think, because I'm not like that, but I know more than the next person. I might just try to bully that person. And then next thing you know, you're getting your ass beat by somebody you would have never expect to beat your ass. Like,
Exactly.
And now you look dumb on camera. So, yeah.
Right, leave people alone.
I was just gonna say, like, when it comes down to it, like, you have niggas. Well, I feel like the topic was, how do I feel about like them attacking just the rappers type shit, right? I mean, it really is just simple. Like they have a platform. What they say could like leak into the world even harder, and it's a never ending cycle because niggas is looking up to these niggas and just, you feel me? So it's like at the end of the day, these niggas is, you feel me? They should just watch what they say, like, because if you don't, then of course, like, you have a certain amount of following and stuff like that. You like your own like mayor in a sense, like your own governor. You really control niggas. If you say something, niggas gonna do
like
it or
that
follow
analogy.
you. So it's just, of course, that's why they attack them. But feel me, some niggas, like I said, I mean, I was saying the labels make them do this and that, but I feel like same time some niggas do. Just can't get out of that lifestyle. So
Yeah, I just think it's crazy though, because it's like out of the whole group, like got people, this person I did this person did that. I did the one tiny thing, but because I'm a rapper, you elevated my shit
Right.
over everybody else. Like, you feel me?
yeah,
I just think it's unfair that, because they really try to get these rappers up out here.
right.
Like,
But
it's
at
At
crazy.
the same
something
time, it's
small,
like they
too.
put it on themselves. It's almost
that's
it's
true.
kind of self-inflicted because like, boom, you got a big platform, right? And you on live arguing with your ops, and you like such and such. When I catch you, I'm gonna do this.
Nah, it's true.
All these fans that look up to you and want to be like you, they catch him hypothetically speaking because New York ain't only but so big. And this,
And you know people screen recording.
exactly. You gonna get somebody else hurt, So they got to take that into consideration too, because sometimes stuff like that can possibly happen. You know what I mean? How many YB fans are out here jacking a 4K tray? How many Dirk fans,
From a whole
OTF,
state that's far away from all of
that
that.
beefing with each other, smacking
Countries.
niggas for playing Dirk songs and stuff like that. Stuff like that happens, bro. Like,
Yeah.
fame
so,
is one powerful thing. That's why you gotta be mindful of what you say and how you do it and how you move.
It's a fact.
Yeah, so I was gonna ask y'all, so like, just to get more personal in terms of like, you guys on the music tip. So like, what would you say y'all studio sessions are like? Like, how y'all like to have y'all studio sessions? So like, when Jay Swishers was here on his episode, Panama was saying how like for him, how like he liked to have a lot of girls in the spot. He likes to have, you know, his guys with him. He has to have the Henny in the Taylor port and whatnot. So, like, what's the setting for y'all when y'all normally go into the store?
I mean, I feel like my sessions, I don't know, it's not because I don't got that type of like aura, or not even aura, fuck that, I have the aura. I'm talking about as in like, you know, niggas like, you feel me? I feel like Panama and them, they have a different type of like, I don't even know what the
Like
fuck the word
circle?
is. Yeah, fuck it, that's the word, circle. Me, my circle is small. That's actually the perfect word. It's just fucking cup. But
Just me, man. I was on my third. I
yeah,
said I'm
man.
good.
I
off
feel
that.
like your circle, like, so I got a small circle, and I don't really like having a big circle anyways. I gotta look this way. For me, it's too much going on. But so yeah, I got a small circle. I make whoever want to pull up. I don't force nobody. You feel me? If niggas want to slide, I say I let niggas know location. That's it. And then whoever's there. But when it come down to like certain tracks, though, I don't like it. And they now know, but like usually they just slide. But like if I'm talking about a girl or if I'm making a song, some love shit, and all my niggas in the spot, it don't feel right. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just like, feel me, niggas just hearing me say some shit, this and that, you feel me? It just feel awkward sometimes, but I could rap in front of whatever, but it's just, that's my type of vibe. It don't really matter. My circle, feel me, niggas slide, feel me, do whatever, enjoy ourselves, and that's it, and just make some shit. That's really it.
I just need the guys there. I need some weed. Probably get a little bottle. I'm Gucci. Long as the guys is with me, my manager, and
Yeah,
my
shout out
cousins, as long as they there, and we got some weed, it's gonna be a movie every time. Cause it's never gonna be a time I go in the studio to waste time. Every time I go to the studio, I got songs that's finished, that's ready to record it. And you know, so it doesn't matter who there is. The song gonna get laid down regardless. I go in there by myself, you know. But I prefer to have the guys with me. I'm gonna make sure the guys is always with me. And that weed, you gotta have some weed, of course.
All right, so to wrap up, you know, like we did previous episode, let everybody know your future plans as well as where they could check you out at.
But first of all, you can go follow me on Instagram, Maxx Rilla, MAXXRILLA. Follow me on TikTok, EBK Relly. Look out for Ready to Blix coming soon. FOE Takeover coming soon. That's all I got. Blip Bow, still underrated. I'll be there soon.
Shit, I feel like, yeah, you can
Well, you
follow
said
me.
Rockstar coming too, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
Rockstar, that's a single, but for now, I got a lot of shit in the works, man. Feel me? I'm not even giving too much, like, intake on my life, but niggas gonna hear it in the music. Like, I'm going through a lot. Gangsta, I put down everything, but I just don't show it. You gotta have, like, a two-face. But at the same time, y'all can follow me at Tone, Bunco, BUNCO. I'm not on all platforms. I mean, you can follow me on Instagram. Yeah, that's the thing, though. I got to work on that, y'all. So I'm trying to, you might see me on Twitter or Snapchat. I don't even got shit going on like that. But Instagram is where you're going to find me for sure. And as in for what's in the works, I apologize, though, to my fans. I don't even know which camera. I haven't even looked at the camera for God knows how long. That one. Yeah, I apologize to whoever is rocking with me. You feel me? I had some EP that I was supposed to drop. That shit was called Red Flags. Feel me? I had like 6 songs on there. It was gonna be something that, you know, just for the my fault, yeah. I had some shit going just dropping for whoever, you feel me? It was about, I guess you could say, heartbreaks or whatever you want to call it, red flags. But I'm not so much focused on that right now. It will drop soon. I'm gonna have a video for it when it comes out, since I made y'all wait for so long. So tune in for that. But I got some shit. The main thing I want y'all to know is the album, mixtape, whatever you want to call it. What's that shit called? That's his shit. My shit called Minor Setbacks. You feel me? Because that's how everything's been feeling. Like, feel me? I just been going through a lot. So like Minor Setbacks, and then we're gonna have some shit for it after. But the album's gonna go crazy. I put that on everything. So just stay tuned for that. Feel me? And that's pretty much it. Looking forward to being on here next time or in the future for sure. So yeah, man.
Taylor, anything you want to promote coming out?
No, not yet. If I have anything coming out, I'll let y'all know.
All right, so you go ahead and close this out.
All right. Thank you guys for coming. Happy to have you guys here. Hope to have you guys here again.
Most definitely.
And see everyone at the next Henny and Taylor studio event. Bye.
Make sure y'all check out the cipher too.